hitless so far in the series, but sports a .307 average. And he whacks the first pitch out of play foul, and we are underway.
So Garcia batting lead off today. You got Chip. They're trying to find some guys to get on base in front of Soto. Trying to find some.
So get the guys in front of Soto is the key for Anderson. The Braves have done a pretty good job of that in this series. And batting left-handed. He made a defensive mistake that cost him a run, and Anderson's day off to a good start. Swing and a miss. His day's work yesterday. He picked up his 10th win as the Braves won 4-3. How you pitch, but when. The Braves score a lot of runs, generally speaking, when Anderson's on the mound. That's something else we hope continues. Bell swings and misses. Boy, did that pitch have movement. That was nasty. 17 home runs for Soto. 2 of them have come in this series.
See, that's the pitch. Be expand a little bit.
But getting this man to expand his strike zone is almost an impossible task.
It is, but it's you got a better chance at 1-2, 0-2 than you do 1. Good luck.
Austin. And look at that defensive swing. Soto stays alive. Ian's 12th pitch is in the dirt, and Contreras couldn't smother that. 2 ball. The 2-2. Mile high pop up. And we'll try. And they've got the Braves in the series before the All-Star break coming up, and that's what Juan Soto can do. You'd rather have him hit a single than 100%. Launch a home run, so he's aboard with a 2-strike, 2-out opposite field hit.
Congratulations.
Yeah. A dead pull hitter on the Atlanta infield, and he shoots one sure enough the other way. Acuna's going to try to cut it off. He will. Soto round second. He's on his way to third, and Washington runners are at the corners with 2 outs. 3 hits. He had a double his first time up yesterday. Pop fly foul and an even count.
One thing that's really hamstring this team is the lack of power for the Nats. You know, like you said, not a horrible act.
57 more than they have.
Yeah.
That's held true in this series as Ian falls behind Ruiz. 2 balls and a strike. On the ground, slowly hit. Garcia will charge and fire to first, and Anderson escapes first inning trouble.
And they were 42 and 48 in those games, so they've done a nice job in close games, and a lot of it boils down to starting pitching. We've talked about that. Hopefully Ian Anderson can have good.
To the closer, not active, hopes to be activated by the middle of the Mets series, which starts tomorrow.
In this final day. And, you know, we talk, don't look ahead, but with the Mets coming in for 3, you want to have that full arsenal, that pen ready to go.
Hernandez leading off the second. And a rollover foul. Hernandez still alive. Yadier. Well, we have had some great big league ball games this homestand. Take a ball and 2 strikes. And that's high, 2-2. And Anderson has his 3rd strikeout in the game and a good start to the second.
You like these, even though he gave up a couple singles.
And can he get ahead and stay ahead as Ede Adrianza bats and fouls one away. Strike 1. Braves on the left side of the infield. They play Adrianza to pull. And he took a fastball right down Peachtree. Right into the shift. They had Adrianza played perfectly, and Ian Anderson has his 2nd out.
Getting ML behind the Dodgers.
Michael Franco back in the lineup, and that innings pitched. And to your point, it's a different game, quite obviously, but he's 0 for 3 in the series. And that one is bounced to Olsen. Great play. flip tee and retires the side. To the pitcher's mound, he'll face Victor Robles, starting things off. Robles hitting .231, a homer, and right to Riley, who steps on the bag for good measure, and that takes care of Robles for out number one. 4 groundouts for Ian Anderson. That's a good sign today, as he faces Garcia, whom he struck out to start the game.
A good fastball changeup going right now.
Little number right back to the mound. That'll be another ground ball out for Ian. And 2 quickly retired here. Swung and missed in the first inning. Got to give credit to the Braves. They have not overlooked the sub 500 clubs that have been on their schedule for the last to accomplish. They had a stretch of 29 in a row against losing clubs. They won 21. 3 balls and a strike for Bell. Win today and then get after it the next. And that's ball 4 to Bell, and Soto's coming up with 2 out. Spot.
True.
So 2 outs, and Soto looks at that one bounce off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Soto got to 2. Soto took a fastball. 2 balls and first with 2 outs, and it's lined and caught. Arcia with a leaping grab, and so
behind the scenes. But also one other thing that he noted was the fact that this year William is more comfortable receiving the baseball, so he's not focused on receiving quite as much, and he's comfortable with that, so he's able to focus on other things. So the work has definitely paid off.
I could agree with that sentiment more, Nick. That's what's most noticeable to me about William Contreras. We've always thought he could hit, just how much cleaner behind the plate. As Nelly Cruz swings and misses. Terrific staff, all the different personalities, the different arsenals he has to deal with, knowing the other league, adapting on the fly, trying to stay in the major leagues. I mean, that's a lot.
He got thrust into a lot, I'll tell you that.
And ball 4 missed inside. That ended the first inning for the Nationals hitters. And that got away, but not far enough to advance Nelson Cruz.
Blocked a little bit better on one knee. Just done a better job handling the staff. And those pitchers want to pitch to him now. When you look at Ian's ERA, I can use it from an infield perspective. I mean, I know that when I was playing, if I didn't swing the bat well, I probably wasn't going to play that much. But I still had to focus on the defensive side because I could cost us runs on the.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Keibert Ruiz. Ground ball. There's one. Righty to turn, and not in time.
Ooh. Bread and butters. He's going to hit. We saw that last year. And so I think what a great job he's done using that as, you know, motivation to go get better behind the plate, to have the ability, you know, we're
at AAA. He looks like a seasoned veteran now in Manny's absence, who had to undergo season-ending wrist surgery in the season's first weeks. And as a 1-1 count. And now ball 2. Braves lead 2-0 here in the 4th inning. Game 3 with the Nationals. As we're 2.5 behind the Mets. The pitch. And Hernandez chased that. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, with Sandy Alcantara on the mound, you like your feeling if you're the Braves for 9 innings for the Marlins. How good.
As Ian readies with a 2-2 pitch. And a swing tipped and caught. Yadiel Hernandez is down on strikes. 2 away is the hitter. Did you get the walk-up music?
I didn't hear it. What was it?
It's 2-0. The pitch is a little low and a 2-0 count. That clipped the inside corner for. Followed by the fastball. It's another facet of the deuce is wild for Adrianza. The pitch. Didn't chase it. It's a full count, so the runner goes. The pitch is lined, but a sinking grab by Orlando Arcia off the bat of Adrianza. Nationals starting with Michael Franco, their 8th place hitter. And he takes strike 1. Fans get that's coming up on your screen in just a minute. And Franco now a 1-1 count. Franco robbed of an extra base hit by Matt Olson.
And Ian mixed curveball lately, a little more than we've seen him in the past.
That's well hit toward left center, but Michael Harris will track that down. A step onto the warning track. I think that's a big
thing. If the changeup is off, which it will be every once in a while, you can go to that curve more. And then look, when the changeup fastball's on, then just sprinkle.
Chopper hit to the left side. Dansby was deep. He'll glove and gun in time to get Victor Robles. 2 out. Cia's tapped back to the mound and struck out in an 0 for 2 day. And that's up and in, ball 1. Overcooked that. Pitcher's pitch there fills it up. We'll try again. Hits, which helps the pitch. Swing and a miss. He came back to get his man. 5. Josh Bell leads off the 6th inning against Ian Anderson. 2-0 lead. He's only given up 2 hits. And on the ground, Arcia will handle from the cut of the grass. There's out number 1.
The biggest thing right now is be different if he was, in a lot of trouble. I think he's, for the most part been somewhat stress-free. And
we were talking about that before the game. You mentioned how Brian
do it. If they don't do it, then you kind of know where you're at. If they give you more.
Two balls and a strike. And now 3. And it's another walk for Soto. That brings the tying run. The Braves play him to pull, and Anderson missed with ball 1. Might be hard to get to. So that's taken downstairs. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch. Got a break. He just swung at ball 3. 2-1 the count. Changeup, one of his best of the day.
Yep.
Find out. Soto leads, takes off, spun his wheels, and it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the tying runs are.